Hello and welcome, I am Xari and today I'm gonna show you how I build small interiors. Now I have a series calling the One Chunk Build Challenge where I build small interiors a lot and many people ask me how do you do it? So I thought, well, it's time to make a video and show you block by block how I make small interiors. And we're gonna start with the entrance. It's the start of any build where you just walk in, basically is the entrance. Now keep in mind, I'm using colors here, but you can choose whatever you want. For an interior, I like always colors, plants, paintings, books and storage. Those are the things I always look for if I have to decorate an empty space. So in this case, I'm gonna frame the door because that's what your eye will draw to. It's the entrance, of course. And I will also have some storage with a barrel. And I like to do, and I do this quite a lot, to make like this really cute and small cabinet. It's basically for the first gear you found on the surfer, you don't want to throw it away and maybe you want to display it, and I think this is a really funny way to have it in one of your builds, maybe even your starter home. And yes, if you have some place, I like to make windows, but sometimes you can't make windows everywhere, so then I'm using paintings just for a pop of color and to show around like, hey. And if you want to have, you can always put a pressure plate down and open the door like that. And that is basically your entrance. And after that I'm gonna work on the kitchen. And you do see me a lot like using a campfire under a smoker. And why? Because it gives this smoke popping up in your kitchen. It kind of mimics like the kitchen is working, it's alive, someone is really there. So for the kitchen I like to use, of course, a smoker, a furnace, a crafting table and then a cauldron with water. That's basically a tap that works. And here I'm gonna block the smoke with these things. And of course you can hang some lights on there as well. And with lights and stuff that I hang down, I always look, does it matter? Do I have to make it symmetrical? Does it look better when it's not symmetrical? I'm just trying things out. And in this case, it is a small kitchen for a small build. You want to use as many storage as you can, of course. And that is where this cabinets for kitchen come in perfectly well. It's of course the barrels, because it can hold a lot of stuff. And I think it looks good as well, because they have those doors as the cabinets in a kitchen. And here I can actually use a window. I love to have windows in a build. You can actually see the day and the night cycle. I think it just gives it another dimension, because you can look outside. It always works. Some lettuce, a coffee stand, a brewing stand of course. And basically there is your kitchen with a little bit of paintings for the color. You don't have to do that if you don't like it, but I love to use it. And this is basically your kitchen. Now if you have a kitchen, you also need a place to sit. And it depends on how much room you still have. You could perfectly in a corner like put one chair down and a carpet, and that is your sitting area. But here I opted for more of a bar sitting area with campfires. Now you have to put the campfires out by using a shovel. It can be any shovel, it doesn't have to be diamond. And with some trapdoors, I think they're really cute little seats. And here we just mimic the plates with some food and a pot you can drink out of. And this time I won't put a flower in it, it's just a drinking cup. Now I'm also gonna show you how to light some lights here. How to hide some lights here. I cannot even speak today. It's very easy. Any light block you have, put some carpet over there and you have some hidden lights. And this is like I do a lot. If you don't have that many space, you can use this small table. I'm using end rods for the light. You can also use copper rods, you can use iron bars, even a fence. It all works. And there it is, another dining table to show you what you can make. Of course, if there would be my build, there would not be a bar and a dining table. I will build one of them. Now I use a lot of trapdoors because they're small and you can actually place them like on the top or on the bottom of a block, and that's how you can hang something on it or place something on it. And that's just a little neat trick you can use, and I think it looks good. For small interiors, I don't like to use that many staircases of slabs on the wall because it is too big. Keep in mind that they are small builds. Of course, if you have a really big room, hey, just do it, go crazy. But yeah, It doesn't have to be too overpowered. And I think this will work. A little bit more light there. And here it is. Kitchen, sitting area, and an entrance. And it works, see? You can walk in. You have your first armor or whatever it is. A kitchen that fully works with storage. I think it's pretty cute. Place to serve your friends some dinner if they come over. And there it is, kitchen and entrance, and you can see how small the setup is. So now I'm gonna do a hallway with some stairs. Of course you can just use a ladder up on the stone and that's it, but I like to use all the space, and I like to use a lot of barrels, of course, again for storage. That's, I think, one of the main phrases in Minecraft. We all know the storage in Minecraft is like, well, your inventory basically. We'll want more. And if you place the ladders on the barrels, you have to crouch down, otherwise you just open the barrel. And I think it's also a really good trick if you want to hide some stuff, because not a lot of people gonna break your ladder to see if you are hiding something in the barrel behind it. So if you want to have some secrets, there you go. Now a little sitting area with a lectern, a book open, some books you can read, and then we need some lights in the hallway. Of course you can also do a light block underneath carpet here, but in this space I think a lantern will work with some shelves again. And I'm just looking, what do I miss, where do I need color? I would like to have a window there, but we can't make windows everywhere sometimes, I know that. And it's also, and what colors you like. Now I like to use chests on these trapdoors, because a chest is smaller than a barrel, so it fits on it, it's not too big. And here I'm using the trick again, and I can hang something under it. And yes, it's basically what it is. I think people are afraid to try out. Just try out, you can always remove it, and don't be too afraid that it is too cluttered, too big or too much. Because after a while, if you think, nah, I'm not happy with it, you can always remove stuff or add stuff. And I think that's the great thing of Minecraft. There are no rules. The only rule is if you like your build or not. And just play around with it. And now we're going to the living room. A lot of people think you need a really big living room in Minecraft for a fireplace. Basically, you just need 4 blocks. And I can make a fireplace in a corner. Now I've did it recently in one of my builds. I think it's the lighthouse. I built this fireplace. Now I have a trick to stop the smoke going up like that. But first I'm gonna choose a different color for the couch. And it's also, how big does the couch need to be? It's also for me, I'm just like to walk in a build when I'm making it and when I'm decorating it, and see if it fits. Can I walk through it? If it's too crowded or not? In this case I think I can handle another one. Yes, make it cozy with some carpets. If you need more lights, just place it on the carpet again. It's quite easy. I don't think not a lot of people do it, and I don't know why. And this is a trick to stop the smoke. It's just a wall in the same color. And then here I'm gonna show you. I didn't make all the ceilings around because it just blocks off the color and the lights. But yeah, of course, in a real situation you have a ceiling, and I like to hang stuff from the ceiling. Why? Well, it just breaks up all the shelf stuff and everything, and I just always like to kind of play around with the heights. As long as like a 4x4 or 5x5 wall doesn't have anything on it and it just looks flat. And you could, of course, you could swap some stone around for stone bricks, but it still looks kind of flat. So why not just make a little hanging feature in the corner? Some music, I love music, so there's a jukebox. And basically here you have a really cozy living room. And add some paintings for some colors here and there. Now, you don't have to overdo it, of course. A little bit of a wall is always nice. But you can go as crazy as you want, or not. And there it is. And I think it's a cute little living room. And now, what I see, or what I miss in a lot of builds, and I've been looking at builds of my friends as well, not many people make a toilet. And I was like, kind of weird, right? They make all the other rooms all completely decorated, but there's no way to go to a toilet. So this is how I make a very, very small toilet. And I like to have a cauldron with a water crane or tap above it. It's just a trap by a hook. I mimic where it is, and this is what I'm using here for the lights. It kind of get me the feeling when the places where you dry your towels on as well. It's more industrial, and I think it will fit for the toilet pretty well. Of course, there she comes again with all the paintings and all the shelves, but it does make a difference in a build. And it's also, now you can see I placed the shelf too much. It's kind of overcrowded, so I removed that one. It gives it some more space, and of course a little bit of a plant there as well for a pop of color. It's the same color that comes back in the painting, and I think it looks pretty good. Now normally with a toilet I would make a door in front of it, but for the video you can see it better like this, with an open door system. Yeah, I know. But that's all it is. And now the bedroom. For the bedrooms, most of the time I make bunk beds. And why? Basically just for the space. It's always nice if you have a friend coming over and you have a bunk bed so people can stay over with you. But in this case, I'm going to use one bed and a window. And that is the window I'm using here is basically to break up the boring wall. And also to have and to be able to look outside. Like I said, I really like to see the day cycle in Minecraft. And definitely for a bedroom, I like that there is a window in there. Now we're gonna make this cabinet or this holder again for your clothes. And it's very easy, just some trapdoors, some barrels in the door. And then you can actually put this into it. The armor stands with your gear on it. Maybe your gear you didn't enchant or your new gear. For a bedroom, I also like to have a sitting area. And here I'm using copper, just for the pop of light, to be honest. And yes, under the carpet you can use a light blocks again, but I didn't do it in this case. This case I'm just going to use some lanterns. Of course, some flowers, also in the color of the bed and of the thing. And here I had like an empty space. And I thought, okay, how do I fill that up? So I don't think many people used like a pot with a lantern on it and then a pot with a flower on it, but it kind of breaks the line of how you look at it, the eye line, the side line. It's just not all on the same line with decorations, and that's what I like. Now if you're gonna play here some games, maybe some Magic the Gathering with a friend, you also need some light, so it's a little feature on the wall. And or you want to read a book, and in that case you can have some bookshelves. And of course I also made storage space with the barrels here in this area. I basically always add some barrels. Just if your inventory is full, you can just toss it in there and forget about it. No. Now for the color we're gonna use, of course, who could have not guessed this, some paintings. And we're almost finished, I think. Oh, we can do a little bit more. Come on, paintings can be really finicky. It is a bedroom, so I'm gonna use some torches. I just like the flickering. Now you can also just use torches in the bedroom. You don't need to have the lanterns. It's just basically, what do you like? What colors do you need? What is the feeling? For a modern build you go more for white interior and grey. I mean, for if you love colors you go for pink and all the other colors in the stairs and stuff. Yes. Now I'm gonna build here a little bit of a ceiling with frame the room. Then you can see how a ceiling can actually frame the room and also break that boring straight line. If I can place the blocks correctly. Yeah, there we go. And from the corners I'm gonna use some walls. And of course you can also put a lantern on it for some more lights. And I'm just looking, okay, where do I miss something? I thought that was a little bit empty above the bed. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna use some more paintings there. I'm still a 1/20, so I can wait for 1/21 to use all the different paintings. And this is it. Now, I just recently got 250 subs. Thank you so much for all your support. And don't forget to press on the sub button, okay? And now I'm gonna show you an overflight for all the rooms. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.